Good tax tips brought to you by Stadler Company, your hometown tax experts.
And welcome back this afternoon. Lori Carpenter joining me from Stadler Company. And today we're talking about some important topics when it comes to current and former military members and their taxes. So first of all, let's talk about people who are serving maybe in combat zones and their federal taxes.
There is a list of combat zones around the world. Their taxes are actually exempt for the pay that they receive while they're there. And one of the nice things is, even if they're there for one day of the month, their entire month of that pay is going to be non-taxable. So it is a nice benefit for those who are really putting their lives on the line for us.
Well, yeah, they should receive that benefit. I agree with the U.S. government on that one. And how about moving expenses, you know, for people who may be the general public versus the military and taxes when it comes to those expenses?
Part of the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act eliminated the moving expenses as a deduction on the tax return, except for those who are specifically moving related to the military. So if you are moving to take a new assignment in the military and you need to move your family, those expenses are still deductible for those families.
So now let's talk about maybe military credits for those who might be active duty or guard reservists in Indiana or Illinois.
In Indiana, there is a military credit for those who are active of $6,250, and so that's a really nice credit that makes that money tax-free. Now, in Illinois, the residents who are actively serving in another state, so if they live in Illinois but they're working actively in Indiana on a military base, that is not going to be taxable at all to them. But if they live in Illinois and they work in Illinois on a base, it is going to be taxable. So a little bit of quirkiness for Illinois there.
And Illinois, though, does have something special when it comes, to college? If you're a member of the military or were a member of the military?
Right. So if you went into the military and you lived in Illinois before that, you serve and then you come back as a veteran after your service and you come back to Illinois, they will let you attend any state college with no tuition. So that's a really nice benefit.
Yeah, that is an extremely nice perk there. And some good news, though, for Indiana residents who might be getting some retired military income.
So those who have retired from the military have been working a long time in Indiana to get that money to be tax-free. Many of our surrounding states, if you receive military retirement, have no tax on that income, but Indiana does. We're in the second year of phasing that pay and that tax out on military retirement. So in 2020, the tax will be 50% of that military retirement. And then by 2022, a military retirement will be tax-free in Indiana. So it's kind of an exciting move for those who are retired and receiving that military retirement.
Yeah, it makes you want to stay in Indiana if you're a retired military person, if you're not paying taxes on it by 2022, I would expect anyway.
Right, yes.
Now, Laura, for people who may want some more information about various things involving their taxes or just to learn more about Stadler Company, what do they need to do?
They can go to our website, stadlertax.com, and we have a lot of resources on there. We have our intake forms. We have income sheets if you have a personal income, a farm, a small business. We have lots of other resources on there, calculators, lots of things like that. Also, our Facebook page, which is Stadler Tax and Accounting. We have a lot of videos and just information related to the tax world as well on our Facebook page.
All right. Always so good to talk to you, Lori. Stay well.
You too.